everyone.
Hello.
Happy Music Monday here. We're here with Joey from the Neon Skyline. How are you doing?
Hey, doing good. Doing good. How are you?
We're good. Awesome. We are on the Twitch, the YouTube, the Facebooks.
All of
All of it. We're across the board here on social medias. If anyone has any questions, all that fun stuff, feel free to throw it in the chats. And so why don't you let us know about the Neon Skyline and what you guys got going on?
Sure. So the Neon Skyline is me, Randy, and Dan, who were from Face the King, and the insanely talented Julia Lambert, who Dan has been playing guitar for a long time. We started as a kind of like a COVID passion project.
Mhm.
And that's really kind of where it all started. And we ended up getting together at our studio, and this was like, I think this is the first time Dan, and Randy were in a studio. Well, I mean, we still hang out. We've been hanging out the whole time, but like this first time we were in a studio and played together in years since Face the King had broken up. And we got in there and we just wrote a song, like pretty effortlessly. Sat around, started thinking about who's gonna sing for this, and I kind of snuck around and looked to see who he plays for, because I was like, well, maybe there's a good singer there somewhere, right? And I came across Julia's page, like I think it was the first or second one that I saw, and I was like, hey, go ask her, she's very good. and Dan's like, I was thinking about her too, and I was like, okay, cool. So that's kind of how it happened. We brought her down. She, Dan had written a melody for the song, and she came down, sang it, kind of put her own touch on it, and it became what our first single was. And currently, right now, we're writing for our first EP. We're just about there. We're probably about a song away from actually going in and recording and releasing, and then hopefully finally playing a show would be kind of the end goal on this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
you guys are all amazing musicians, and that we used to play with you guys when you were in Face King, and then our days back at the room. And I've seen videos of Julia Lambert, so that sounds like an awesome collaboration going on there.
Yeah, it's been pretty effortless, which is nice. Everybody's really nice in the band, so that's kind of really all I wanted.
That's great. Just want to say hey to everyone tuning in the chat. We got Matt. We got Mighty Jammer, who loves your Blackheart coat.
Oh, thanks. It's
and hello, James. And also, G, starting with the saltiness that she did not get an audition.
She yelled at me for that too. Hold on, I'm trying to share this right now on my page, and I'm diagnosed with ADD, so like hard right now.
So you go do that. Yeah, you go do that. Well, we also explain that right before these things, we start to discover that if the bands follow us on Instagram or not, and if they follow us, how they know how to share things to Facebook. So it's like a little tutorial here right before we get started.
So my Instagram says can't load.
Oh, good.
Guess I'm not allowed.
So it's nice a little music business chat right off the bat.
We're good.
Okay, good. We're good. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, now it's working.
It's working. Awesome.
Got it.
Cool.
I'm on the page.
So starting your process in your new band, did you start recording this stuff on your own? Did you guys go to a studio? What was your process there?
Well, the first two songs we did in the rehearsal studio together. We kind of all did the, very stereotypical, we're going to get together and jam thing. And then that's usually, I guess, probably I would say more so where the magic actually would happen. And we have recently lost our studio. But I mean, just kind of before we were not in that studio anymore, I had started writing at home on my computer, and I had spent, and I'm very inexperienced with recording on my own and stuff like that. So it took me about 3 months, like a real musician, to write one song. And I realized, like, okay, well, I can do things here now. So we've been having whenever anyone's available, I just kind of have people come over, either Randy, Dan, Julia. Julia usually is the one who's here. She sits and writes lyrics on the iPad, like with the pencil. So it's cool because I get to actually watch her write lyrics. I've never seen someone actually write them down. I see them get typed, but it was cool. And it's pink and blue and colorful when she does it. So, but I have people just kind of come down here, and it's been this whole new process for me that I've never written this way before. So that's kind of how what the whole process of songwriting is now. It's just how we do it all here. Cool. So we're simultaneously writing and doing pre-production all at once with my really bad mixes.
Are you using
from scratches?
Yeah. What programs are you using?
So I record everything in Ableton. Yeah, I mean, like, that's my DAW. I'm an Ableton user now. I tried working in Logic, but I'm like convinced, like, my brain, I'm a bass player, so like my brain's probably like not big enough to work, like actually understand how Logic works. Ableton's cool because they make everything very easy. It's like, hey, do you play bass? Do you not know the music theory? Okay, this is for you. Good. Okay, so that's what I did. So I'm an Ableton guy.
I do like some dabbling on the GarageBand, and then everyone says, "Oh, go to Logic." It's just like, GarageBand Plus, and I'm like, I don't know. Like sometimes GarageBand gets too much, that I'm just like, can't you just record this and I could hear it, please? Well, that would be great.
GarageBand.
That's what phones are for.
GarageBand's very archaic to me, and that's why people say go to Logic, because there are a lot of like quality of life improvements to it. Okay. Randy uses Logic. And I watch him do it because sometimes we'll write on Zoom, and he he has his drum set like going through Zoom, and which is weird because I get it with no latency, and that's unbelievable to me. But I watch him do stuff, and I'm like, that's a lot more steps than I have to do. So, yeah, it's again, I'm a bass player. I don't understand Logic.
Yeah, so, I like the
wait. Go back a sec. How are you getting no latency on Zoom?
Now he just froze. So
I was going to say, speaking of latency, it's like it cut out right at that point.
Now he's frozen.
Now you're both frozen.
I'm back.
Oh wait, we heard I'm back. Oh, there's a thumbs up, a little frozen, and
hold on.
Okay. Speaking of latency,
I was like, "There's no way." Wait a minute.
Dude, unbelievable.
What is this magic you speak of?
I think we got you now.
Am I back? You promise?
Yes, you're back.
You're back.
Okay. Cool. We'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah. So speaking of
what
no
was that
latency,
about speaking of no latency, what was it about not having any latency with Zoom? How did you accomplish that?
Oh, I'd have to ask Randy because, like I said, I'm a bass player and Logic is way like past my pay grade. I'll ask him how he did it, but it's amazing. And he sits there. He has like a Roland kit, and he runs it through Easy Drummer, and Easy Drummer's got like a Roland setting, and he just sits there and he play like we literally roll the drums to our new song over Zoom, and it's like amazing. And I thought, like, wow, 10 years ago, I feel like nobody could afford to do that. It probably cost a lot more to do that like 10 years ago. And I'm just amazed. Absolutely. I'm amazed by technology.
Well, the robots are going to take over soon.
So. Yeah, they might have already.
Yeah. Speaking of, I was watching a video last night of like amazing technology that's coming out soon. They were showing all types of flying cars, flying bicycles, flying all kind of things. Like the Jetsons, it's here. They're going to debut them all in Japan, of course, and then hopefully, 20 years from now, we'll get it over here. So, I think I'm going to have to go to Japan so I can fly some stuff.
They've been saying flying cars for so long.
Yeah, I feel like flying cars would be
but like they have the prototypes now. Like it worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
But like
they made it work. There were videos of it.
A flying car accident is probably like not a great thing, so I really don't think it's ever going to really actually happen.
Well, that's true. It's like, would you need a flight license? Would you need some separate training? Because I would think that would
like aviation. Yes, people go to school for that.
Right. Like they're going to need skyways, just like we have roadways. So there's lights and things.
I played a college where their whole entire program was about that. It was crazy. An aviation school. It was wild. Everybody there was smarter than everybody in my band combined. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Blue-Eyed Matt says jam sessions are always more fun than actually nailing down a song.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What's more exciting for you, to just like jam and write, or to feel like, okay, we like the song is done, we're ready to record now?
No, jamming is it's so much more fun, because that's a jam session is to me is the most excited you'll ever be about a song. That's the most excited you will ever be about it, really, because every time you hear it, it starts whittling away a little bit in your brain, and you're like, well, like, so when I do this stuff at home, and I've now spent 30 hours on a synth part, and I'm like, yeah, fuck this song. Right, like 30 hours later, when you first start it, that's the most excited you're ever going to be, because it's new, it's fresh. So that's, I think the jam is where it's at. I
definitely agree. I think it's exciting. I think it's fun. It's like that's where the magic happens, and I totally agree. By the time you're ready to record, it's like I'm sick of this already.
Yeah.
What are we jamming again to write?
We played this 8,000 times already.
I'm done.
Can't wait to come back next week and play it another 25 times.
In different variations.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bit of an exaggeration. Of course, we still enjoy it, but
because someone said, "Oh, you know what? This is 125 BPM. I think it would be much better in 126. Let's play it 40 times that way." And you're like,
"Let's
How about you, Annie? What's more satisfying, the completed project or the?
I like when it just gets completed. The final, like when we're like
that first listen.
Yeah. Like, this is it. When it finally gets there.
Right.
Like the satisfaction of like, job well done. We did it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That part. Just to me, it's that star. It's kind of like opening up like a Lego set on Christmas Day. You open, it's like you're all starry-eyed when you see the box. You're like, oh my god, look at this. But like, again, 50 hours later, when you're done, you're just so frustrated you don't even want to play with it anymore.
So I think I just realized why we agree on this, Joey. We both have ADHD.
Yeah.
You realize like that's a thing where we just want to start things. We don't care about finishing them.
Yeah. No, I mean, I care about finishing it. I absolutely do. I just want to point out, for the record, I do care about finishing it. I just like starting it a lot more.
Yeah. I'm happy to start 12,000 things, and then
exactly.
Luckily I have Annie there to be like,
round
finish this. Get back.
Let's reel you back in here.
Yeah, seriously. Annie's like my fishing pole. Because I'll just start it's like, oh, squirrel, something shiny. Oh, what's that? And he's like, Mel,
oh,
come
look,
here.
They're like, hey, shark.
Back. Yeah, exactly. It's,
Where?
Anywhere.
But like, and it's, and
everywhere.
And I'll call the band out for this, because nobody tries to get my ADD in check ever. They never even try. They'll just let me go. They hear 47 conversations in the first 5 minutes of seeing me, and I'm like, what did we start with? I have no idea where I am anymore.
So now, were you diagnosed as a child, or was this recent? Because I just got diagnosed like 2 years ago.
No, I was diagnosed in 4th grade, and I stopped taking my medicine in like 8th grade. And maybe I was a stupid move, but because I realized that in my 30s it's real bad. It's real bad sometimes.
Annie's my doctor.
I diagnosed her a few years ago.
And he was like, Mel, you got something going on there. I was like, no one ever said that.
Boy. I've been telling Dan there's something wrong with him for a long time. He hasn't gotten it checked out yet.
So speaking of ADD, what's going on in the
chat? It's just about if there's going to be flying like skylanes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You're going to need some like skylanes instead of roadways. You need skyways. I mean, you got to have like stop signs, like, something flying up there.
Has anyone seen Aquaman?
No.
That's waterways.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, the layering of the cars, how they do it entering Atlantis, that's how I envision it.
Well, yeah, you need to know.
Have you ever driven in New York before?
What?
If you ever driven in New York, you think anyone in New York's going to allow us to be layered?
So much less traffic if New York City was layered.
We have 3 straight lines and nobody can even drive in them.
And also, like, you can't do that with all the high buildings, so I feel like...
Yes, and high people, yes.
Yeah, you got to know, like, what altitude each thing is going to fly at, So, like, the planes are at a certain level. The flying cars would be in between there, and then the cars on the ground.
Yeah, then you do land on like, helicopter pads now.
Oh.
Or you just, like, plop down in a parallel parking spot. You're like, this is mine now, because I just, like, plopped down.
That'd be great. You see a whole line of cars waiting, and you're like,
boop.
Mine.
Yeah, this brings us back to needing aviation school, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to have like an ejector seat for a cone, like a parking cone. So you can just call your spot and claim it. Be like, boop, that's mine. And then you land on it.
I wanted to go back to NAMM because Joey's has been a NAMM person. But actually, the first time we ever went, I called you and you gave me a long list of things to do, people to talk to, how to NAMM. And we follow. I was like, guys, I had like a big yellow paper. I was like, guys, this is what Joey said to do.
And you realized all I did was put a bunch of colors and shapes in there because my brain.
No, you gave me great information. I got the exact endorsement that you told me to go and get. And
yeah, great.
We got
Which one was that, by the way?
WB gear.
Oh,
is that bad? No, they're great. Yeah, my Into picks. I
love my WB gear.
I can't reach mine, but they're over there.
I do love my WB gear. Yeah. They've gotten a lot of money from me and stupid pick designs.
Yeah. So, when's the last time you went? Do you miss it or no?
Oh, yeah, I miss it so much. So I was going to go this year. Actually, I was planning on it until I found out basically every one of my sponsors is not doing it this year. And then I was going to go with Dan anyway. We found out his sponsor is not doing it. So it's like almost no point. I think NAMM's going to be a little weird this year, if you want my opinion. I think that COVID taught companies how to make money without NAMM. And NAMM is very expensive. So they don't necessarily need it. So I think NAMM going forward might be a little weird too. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long it'll be that weird, but I think it'll be weird for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I think it definitely taught everyone how to operate in different ways, but at the same time, there's nothing like that face-to-face in-person interaction.
Yeah.
And I want to touch everything.
Yeah, I want to get the NAMthrax by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm forever wearing a mask now at big conventions like that.
Dude.
Like, why didn't we always do this on a plane? Like, everyone always gets sick after a flight. Like, you're in such close quarters with so many people sharing the same air.
Last time I went, we had a snowstorm here. My flight got canceled coming home, and I ended up having to stay in LA for I think it was another 3 days. Dan got super duper sick afterwards. By the way, he was like, I don't understand why we always get sick. I said, it's because you touch everything. And 40,000 people touched it right before you did. And nobody has cleaned it because we're musicians and we've never, it's hard enough to get us to shower, let alone clean an instrument that someone's touched. We are literally gross. Our immune systems are made out of fucking iron. So nobody cleans anything. I'm sure you've done it. We've all been in a band van before. We've done it before. It's not clean. It's gross.
We're very clean bands.
But we got ants once.
Yeah, it's because you're a clean band. Right. I get it.
That was because we closed the trunk on a branch.
Yeah. It wasn't a cleanliness thing. It was a door
you were a
closed.
Victim of circumstance.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
So anyways, Dan got and I did good. I tried to remember where I was when this went that way. Dan got super sick, and then I got super sick 3 days later. Literally, the day we were coming home, I got super crazy high at the Chinese theater, and then I got on a plane, and I was when I got home, I took my temperature. I had almost 103 fever, and I was patient zero on that plane coming back. I was a little old lady next to me, like this, in the middle seat. And and then I left the door open to my apartment for 4 hours. I thought my cat ran out, but there was snow outside, so she didn't go anywhere. Yeah. Nice. So you get sick at NAMM. That's where that whole mindless rant just went.
Is it me freezing or?
I think it is you freezing.
Is it better now?
It is very cold out today.
Temperature's pretty good down here.
Oh. That's not what I meant.
I know.
We got some in the chat. Mike said that you gave it to him on his birthday, bought him dinner, and you're worth dying for.
He didn't get COVID. That was the show I played. That was the show I played in December. Hadn't played a show in 2 years. I was super excited to go play, and then I got COVID the next day, and I had to call everybody. And I was like, well, thanks for coming to see me. I hope you don't die.
Thanks for coming to my COVID party.
Yeah, it was fucking awful. And I literally went to the diner with like 12 people. We were all there. It was Mike's birthday, so I bought him dinner.
Very nice.
There's a dinner and COVID for your birthday.
Yeah.
Instead of dinner and a movie, dinner and COVID.
My COVID was sick, dude. No pun intended on that, but it was great. It was great. Literally, I had no symptoms. I watched Harry Potter for fucking 10 days. It was great. Unbelievable. I'd never watched it before. And now
all the Harry Potters?
Yeah, now I found out that I got sorted. I'm a Slytherin. That's cool.
They're great. Yeah. I watched the entire Marvel universe in order.
Oh, that's a lot of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They just keep making them. They don't stop.
I know. I want them. I'll take them.
It's unbelievable.
It really is. Is there a random question? If there was a safe planet to visit, which one would you choose?
I have one picked.
Oh.
I feel like it's just too cliche to say Uranus. So I have to pick a different one now. Hold on. So fucking cliche. What else was I supposed to say? Let's be honest. Like, what else was I supposed to say? Jupiter? It's like rad looking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go like Saturn. Go like ice skating on that in those rings.
Yeah, I want to go. Yeah, I would go to Saturn because I want to live on one of the rings. It sounds fun.
Or go to Mercury because I want to see what it's like when it's in retrograde.
Oh yeah,
pretty sweet. Maybe right? Get first-hand experience.
Maybe they're just having like a rave the whole time, and that's why everything's like crazy.
Yeah.
Are there glow sticks involved?
In Venus, yes, because it's made out of all sorts of bullshit. That whole planet. So I imagine the whole planet is made out of glow stick material.
Oh, can we go to Pluto, or does that not count anymore?
No, it counts.
I think it still counts for a little Pluto.
You know, people get made fun of for their size, and I don't think that that's right. And just because some dickhead scientist was like, oh, it's too small to be a planet now. No, fuck you. It's a planet before, and it's still a planet. Who are you to tell Pluto that it's not a planet?
Yeah.
It's not the size of your planet that matters.
Right. It's how you orbit.
Yep. The next retrograde is May 10th to June 3rd.
Uh-oh.
The pre-retrograde shadow begins April 25th.
Great. We're always in retrograde.
It happens 1, 2, 3, 4 times this year.
I have to ask my wife what that actually means because I don't know.
When it's in retrograde?
I just know that it's a thing. And white chicks who hold crystals know what it means.
Correct.
My wife is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how exactly it affects things. It just does. Yeah. It makes everyone go nuts.
It's two words that get used together sometimes for me. That's pretty much it.
Speaking of everyone losing their mind, I'm seeing a lot of comments in the chat about people stopping their ADHD meds and it explaining a lot.
Oh.
There's a common theme going on here.
I'm trying to read what this is when it says what exactly is Mercury retrograde. It's when the quick-moving planet it governs communication, travel, and technology. Which is why usually when it is in that, usually everyone's devices are all out of whack, and I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was I thought Apple just throttled my old device.
No, that was Mercury. Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
didn't they admit that they put a bug on phones when they get to like a certain point, so you buy new ones?
I would.
Did they get caught with that?
They got in trouble for it with the batteries.
Right, like they actually, yeah.
Oh no, I thought you meant during Mercury retrograde, just to like.
That would be a convenient time, because then, yeah.
Because I would do that, like as a joke, like let's just like do like a quick little like, distress signal or something, or like.
I would just make like the planet just show up on all the phones.
Yeah,
that's it. That's everyone's screen.
Question in the chat. Matt wants to know what started your bass journey.
Oh. So I wanted to play drums and guitar first, but I'm not good. That's actually
like
true.
when you're picking an instrument as a child, like in school,
fourth grade.
they give you a third choice.
Fourth grade, I wanted to play drums, so I got a practice pad and I joined school drums. Fourth grade drums, by the way, easy, too easy. In fact, fourth grade drums, you can't like. It's so easy, right? But like once I got to like fifth grade drums, I was like, can't play that anymore. So, anyways, in sixth grade, I wanted to play guitar because all I did was listen to Aerosmith. And I told my dad I wanted to play, and he got me an acoustic guitar, and I can't rip sweet solos on that, so I quit. And then when I was 15, I like really stopped and thought about it. I was like, oh, like I do want to play an instrument. My dad plays bass, so I was like, oh, that'd be pretty sweet. So I picked up a bass, and he got me an electric bass, which I think was the real kicker for me this time. And little, I think it was a Gorilla amp, and got me lessons. And something about it stuck, and there was something about it that made me really happy. And I was 15, so I thought it was going to get me laid. And then I realized a year later, oh shit, I play bass. That doesn't get you laid. I picked the wrong instrument once again. But I stuck with it though. I stuck with it because I loved it, and like I said, it was really just because like my dad played it. I wanted to play something, and music was always such a big part of my life. I actually decided when I wanted to do it. It was actually I saw Marilyn Manson when I was like 14, and I remember I watched the show and I said, I want to play music. That was it for me at that point. That was like the real kicker to wanting to actually do it and stick with it. And then I got a bass, and then I've disappointed my parents since. Yeah.
And then we all met at Five Towns College.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
I was on my way out as you were on your way in, though.
Yeah, we were in classes together.
Were we?
I don't think I knew you then.
Yeah,
Oh.
we had like music business class together or something.
Was that Professor Glazer's class? No, right?
Is that when we got him fired?
The guy with the crusties in the guy who constantly had parentheses on his mouth,
Maybe.
like little spit parentheses.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he was always drooling, but it was always in the corners, and it looked like parentheses. Yeah. Poor guy. He was always nice to me. He always liked me.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he was nice, but yeah.
But he didn't know what he was talking about in modern music.
He didn't. I wrote down everything once and then showed it to another teacher, and they were like, "That is not correct at all."
Yeah, he followed. He very much followed that thing you do timeline. Like it was back then. I just watched that movie too, which is so weird.
Yeah, I feel like we had music marketing together.
Yeah,
probably. But yeah,
that would make sense.
Yeah,
to be truthful, and I'm not trying to be like a dick about it, but like I don't remember so much about college, mainly because I can't pay attention to anything. I got through it though.
Yeah, we all did. We all got through it.
Yeah, I got through it.
We all did. We did it. We did a thing.
Like if you were to rate on a scale of 1 to 10. Like, what would you? Oh my God, your stream just opened up and it's making a lot of noise now. Hold on.
We don't hear anything.
No, it's fine. It was in my headphones.
Oh, okay.
If you were to rate on a scale of like 1 to 10, like how fucking disruptive am I during this interview?
I'm enjoying it because it's constantly moving and like keeping me engaged. So you have an ADHD fan right here.
We got a best bass player in New York.
Woohoo!
Here.
Oh, that's wrong.
Matt wants to know Elton or Journey. Elton John or Journey?
For me?
Yeah.
Elton.
Elton.
Me too.
There's not a lot of people I'm going to take over Elton.
Yeah.
Unanimous decision.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it was like Freddie or Elton, I'm sorry, Elton. You are not going to win that one.
Wait, what's a solid 7? What is she talking about? Oh, on your being the best bass player?
I think that's what she was saying. Yeah.
7?
I'd give you at least an 8.
It's like a soft 5.
Oh boy. Speaking of bass playing, what is the gear that you are using right now?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
I know, because you love gear.
Does it change every day?
No, actually, it's slowed down. I had a whole conversation with someone actually the other day about gear, and I said I acquired so much because I was depressed, and that's really just like the best excuse you can use, I think, because I had no other excuse to why I had so much shit. So I'm playing Ernie Ball bases. That's really, I have a lot of them. So I'm still mainly I play Ernie Ball bases. I've really actually started to fall in love with Spectre bases. Amps. I'm a Bergantino artist, so I've been using the Bergantino Forte HP head and NV610 cab. Pedals. I don't think you have enough time on your show for that. It's a lot of them. It's a lot. Strymon Source Audio. Boss. I'm gonna throw one more in there.
Do it.
Neural DSP.
All right.
We're done.
So I have a question. Do you ever show up, unless you're on a tour, which obviously you have the same gear in the van, but when it comes to separate gigs, do you ever show up consecutively with the same gear?
No.
Or do you switch it up?
Chance. Never. Can't do that. I've got a lot of children, and I'm not. Like.
They all need
Could you
their
imagine
time
being
out.
the one neglected child? Poor dude, like my poor Rickenbacker in the back of that closet behind me. Hasn't been touched in like a year and a half, actually. I'll probably take that out later. Hope you're doing okay in there.
Oh, poor little guy.
Yeah.
Oh, G says the scale of 1 to 10 of disruption of your ADHD. It wasn't about your skills.
Oh. That's probably that's right then.
I feel like did you have a Helix at some point?
I have a Helix still.
Right. But you don't use it live?
I used it for the first time live at the Something Heavy show. That's the first time I've eever used it. I had the Helix since the day it came out. It's never come out with me. It stays in my house.
Was it weird
forever.
playing with that instead of a full rig?
Yes, absolutely. Because the sound guy was like, hey, your shit doesn't work, but everybody else's does, and everybody else used the Helix. So it was weird because like my sound kept cutting out. So it was weird. I'm used to having like, the warm rumble of 6 10-inch subs behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't have that. So it was different. But like it was nice to walk in with like a backpack and then leave with a backpack and not back pain. That's pretty sick. So it's
That's why I really like acoustic gigs.
You come in with your cajon.
I'm all about that cajon. It's a seat and a drum all in one.
That's incredible, actually. And I never thought about it that way. Great.
Less stuff. More room for activity.
Give a quick shout out to everyone who's joining us in the chat. Hello, Donna. Hello. Who else do we got in here? Hey, Rob Frankenberg. How you doing? Rob is the awesome dude who owns Chambers of Hell.
I go there every year.
Sweet. Well, if you watch our video for Calling All the Creeps, you'll see some mannequins from the haunted house in that video. Thanks, Rob. Yeah.
Mel kept them in her house for a while.
I do go there every year though for Halloween though. It's literally, it's in our top. It's not because he's here, but it's in our top 2. I'm not kidding you. It's real life.
So, fun fact about those mannequins. 2 fun facts. One was we did this right before COVID, I believe, and then like COVID hit, so I couldn't. Right, so like I couldn't return them right away because COVID hit. So Rob was like, "All right, just hang on to them, and we'll figure out how to get them back there." So they were just chilling in my garage, but we keep forgetting they were in there until like you go to get some other random thing, like, "Oh, I need this like gardening tool," and you just open up the garage and you're like, "Oh, there's like 15 scary mannequins with blood dripping off them just chilling in my garage."
Wait, did other fun fact from the Chambers of Hell?
Yes.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Other fun fact, in order to get them, I had to go pick them up from the haunted house and then drive on the LAE with all these mannequins in my car. So I made sure all the faces were just facing out the window so everyone would see these creepy faces.
And there was like a leg.
Yeah, they were just body parts, and I really thought I was going to get pulled over. I was really surprised I didn't. Probably because if any cops saw it, they were too afraid to even bother.
It's like a Pulp Fiction scenario here, like the "You Shot Marvin" scene. I don't know if you.
I feel like if I was a cop, I might pull you over and be like, I just wanted to see what's going on here.
I mean, I would probably think it was a mass murder and call for backup and be like, not gonna go get this lady on my own.
I swear.
I like that the mass murderer is just driving the car around in broad daylight. No big deal. Like,
yeah, here's the body on display.
Yeah.
Cool. I just wanted to ride the HOV lane,
Fun fact is that John Wayne Gacy invited the cops into his house to have dinner. You know that? And it smelled like death in there, and that's how they caught him.
Mm-hmm.
Some balls, though. Some balls to invite him in for dinner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's gross.
Hey, listen. We were talking about horror things, so I just added one.
What's your favorite horror movie?
I don't like horror movies because I'm a pussy. My wife loves horror movies. She's watching a spooky movie up there now, and I actually can hear that it's spooky through my headphones.
Wait, so you don't like horror movies, but you'll go to the haunted house?
Yeah, I love that shit. It's because my wife's not scared of it, so I can't be. So, have I shit my britches in any of them? Well, no, not yet. But I've been spooked a couple times. No, I mean as far as actual horror movies, I love 80s slasher movies, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like ghosts or aliens though. I do like the movie Aliens, but in general, it's if it has ghosts or aliens, Signs, it's the weakest movie of all time. Fucking freaked me out, man. Can't watch it. Really, Fire in the Sky from the 80s. That's what actually made me scared of aliens. That's the reason why I'm still scared of aliens.
I haven't seen that.
Ghosts can't do it. Not gonna do it. Every single movie she watches upstairs literally is a family full of murder is visited by ghosts. It's literally the description of every movie she watches. So I usually don't watch anything with her.
Yeah, it's too real.
These
ghosts are gonna kill me in my sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do it.
Yeah. What's
your
another
favorite way to drink coffee?
Iced.
With what?
Like cream and stevia.
Any tea?
If I'm at my grandma's house.
Drinking chamomile fields right now.
If I'm at my grandma's house, I could vibe with it, but she didn't even make tea, so. If she did, I would vibe with it. I'd do it. I had tea when I was in England. That was cool. I felt like I was supposed to do it there. But I don't reach for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do, green, please.
Green.
Yeah, it's the preferred tea of the musician.
Is it? Is that a thing?
So. I feel like it is.
I feel like it makes my throat dry.
I feel like tea in general makes my throat dry, but.
Well, I like to mix of vanilla chamomile with a throat coat.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do them together with the throat coat, then that will be soothing for your throat.
Isn't green tea supposed to be really good for your voice? Not
I don't know, but it always made me feel dry. Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anything about singing. So I'm gonna shut my fucking mouth.
I think
you should eat
a
lot
hot
of
water
cheese
and honey.
Did you say eat a lot of cheese?
Yeah, but that's.
Do you get milk voice? No.
Don't get milk voice.
Vegan cheese.
No. Where was that other question here? Okay. What's the last dream you remember?
I don't. That's so weird. I had talked about one the other last week, but my brain becomes scrambled eggs after 5 minutes, so I can't actually remember. Shit. I don't know. I don't know. I dreamt of me sleeping last night. I know that.
You dreamt of sleeping?
Yeah, well, that was just sleeping, so I don't remember.
Okay.
Were you was it an out-of-body experience?
No,
you saw yourself sleeping?
I was just being really sarcastic just now, but I don't. This was not a real dream. No, I don't remember. I can't remember
me being gullible.
I can't remember the last dream was. Alex said she had a dream the other night though that she said that she agreed to marry someone else, and I was like, "You're still married to me, so you got a lot of process you've got to go to get to this point. To get there, you got to go through a lot of processes first." I wasn't mad at her for it. People get mad at each other for getting cheated on in their dreams. You ever hear about that? People get mad at people for it. It's wild. It's wild. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
What you thought of it.
Yeah.
How about you, Annie? Do you remember your dreams usually?
If it's something I have to do and I feel if we have like a show or something, sometimes I have like show dream nightmares. Like I forgot to print a set list or something, and I wake up and I'm like, oh shit, you know. Like I have sometimes like that when like work starts coming up a lot too. But as far as like other, like I don't get like nightmares or anything like that, or I don't remember them in the morning. Yeah.
When you have a dream that you forgot something, is it usually something you actually forgot, or then you go check and it's already there?
No, it's something that I like. I guess I don't want to forget in the future. You know, like something's coming up, and you got to remember all these things to do.
So it's like a helpful, productive dream.
I guess so. Yeah.
Even when you're asleep, you're on point.
Yeah, like, you know, when we're going on tour, I'm like, okay, these are all the set times that all the bands are going to have. And are we going to, like, you know, change over in the right amount of time? those type of things.
Those are loose set times. You know, they never hold to them.
Do you want to know what is milk voice?
Oh, it's just when you have a lot of dairy. And then and then your throat, I guess, like all like, you know, like clogged up and fucked up sounding, and it gets bubbly. It's milk voice. Drink a bunch of milk and start singing. That's what it is.
That's gross.
Just drink like an 8-ounce glass of like heavy cream.
Ew.
You get some. Actually, don't. But like, just like drink a bunch of milk and then start singing and see what your voice sounds like. It's crazy. It's hard to describe it. It feels like someone's just like chopped your throat and held it there.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. It's hard to describe what milk voice is, but that's what it is.
That's perfect. Yeah. Someone just. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Oh hey.
Hey. Oh, does it still? G wants to know. Does it still work with oat milk? I don't know. Maybe you should just try. Yeah, just try all the different milks and see if you could get milk voice. It's a good YouTube video.
It's really only cow's dairy, because like if you eat goat cheese or sheep cheese or any of those milks or anything, it's not as inflammatory. It's just cow's dairy.
Oh, well, here we go.
I still get milk voice when I eat any kind of cheese.
Yeah.
If you could only have one beverage besides water for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
You know, like, you know what? Just like if I could have like a steady stream of just like tall boy cans of Arizona iced tea.
Ooh.
I was really craving one the other night. Hadn't had one in like 2 years, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Nothing is as cold as when it's in a can.
That's true.
Yeah.
When I was at Five Towns, all I did was drink the green tea honest tea, like all the time. That's all I drank for like 3 years.
Like, I
forgot about that phase of yours.
Right. I had it so much.
You were really into also like the Panera ice cream tea. You were obsessed with ice cream tea.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I haven't had that in a while either. Now I want it.
Ooh, you needed a break from it. You like green teed yourself out.
I did. I teed myself. I like just teed myself out. Yeah. But I guess right now I would just like a steady stream of like cold brew.
Mm-hmm.
Like nitro?
No,
cold?
like cold. No, like regular.
Not heart stopping one.
Yeah, not a heart stopping one. Just like a good one.
Nice.
Oh, Joey, Sam says hello.
Oh wait, I'm just gonna put this up. One? Please tell Joey Sam says hello.
I see the chat.
Sam.
I see the chat. Hey Sam. Hey, give me a call sometime.
We'll do lunch.
He's got my number. He calls me
what's your beverage?
A beverage? Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee. Like a nice coffee. Maybe a vanilla coffee.
Oh God, is it so annoying when you leave this state? People ask you to say weird words that are New York words like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I went to England and I was there for 2 weeks, and I could not wait to come back with a British accent. I loved Cockney accents, and I came back instead with the thickest Brooklyn dude accent ever, because they all want to be like, "Yo, let's walk the dog and get a coffee and get some, let's get a slice of pizza or something and walk the dog." It had to be in like a dude voice from Brooklyn, so I just became a Brooklyn Italian guy instead of British. Yeah. But I do pick up accents really quickly, so that stuck then for a while. So I came back home talking like that for a while.
Yeah, I spent 2.5 weeks in England like a couple of years ago, right before COVID hit, and I wanted to talk that way all the time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I love it.
I was in Australia for a month, and I just wanted to just hear them keep talking. But sometimes I just didn't know what they were saying either.
Australia's a wild one.
They talk so fast, and I'm like, what just happened?
That's like when you go to Scotland. They're speaking English, but I couldn't understand a word. I had to have them write it down.
It's
one
kind of English,
yeah. One of the guys was just asking me for a merch box, and he literally was just saying box, and I could not understand what he was saying. He had to write it down for me, and I was like, oh. But the accent is just so thick, you can't understand a word. But Annie, I have a question because I've never been to Australia, but in England, you can travel like 15 minutes and it's a completely different accent. It's so there's so many different dialects and accents. Is it like that in Australia too?
The Australian accents were more understandable. The New Zealand accents, where a lot of New Zealanders are in Australia, they are very hard to understand.
Oh, hey, brew.
Whenever someone that was like very, very heavy accent, and I'm like, "Are you from New Zealand?" He's like, "Yeah." Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was.
What about the different cities in Australia? Did the accents change because they're kind of far apart each city?
They are, but I didn't really notice that.
It's just Australian accent overall.
Okay. I guess so. Yeah, just an overall, and then it's like New Zealand. Heavier than the Australian accent.
Did
you come across a lot of murderous bugs in Australia? I feel like they all kill you.
Thank God. I know I've said that a few times on here, but I check the toilets all the time. I check the corners of the beds. I was freaking out. I saw a bunch of snakes. But yeah, I was scared of this. I saw a few spiders, but they were like up high in a web outside somewhere, and it was like, ugh.
I see snakes all the time when I work at Six Flags in New Jersey.
Yeah.
But they're like the tiny little garden snakes. Like they don't bite or anything.
Yeah, they were big snakes that I saw just like in you walk through a lot of I don't know what you call it. Like Central Park, like those type of walk, but a lot of that was in their big cities.
The Outback.
Yeah, so but that's where you would see a lot of snakes. There were a lot of birds everywhere.
Really colorful ones?
No. They were the funniest one was our version of a pigeon. So there was so many of them. They were called, they call them the Australian bin chickens, but they have really long beaks, and all they do is eat garbage.
No, okay.
That's right.
Yes, this is, geez, I never confuse a Kiwi for an Aussie. I remember I was on this is when I realized this. I was on a kayaking tour thing, and this guy was trying to tell me something. I'm like, I don't understand you. I'm trying to do this thing, and this guy behind me goes, "Hey, he's a Kiwi. That's why you can't understand him." And I'm like, "What does that mean? That sounds mean. What?" He's like, "Oh, I'm from New Zealand." I said, "Okay, all right, now I get it." Yeah. It's good times.
Steven says, ever since he saw the video of the spider chilling under the toilet lid, his life has been ruined.
That's Stefan, not Steven.
Stefan?
Yeah, Stefan.
Am I saying it wrong? I didn't know that all this time. My apologies.
No, fuck that. Let's call him Steven.
Stefan. Yeah. I did see video
too. Is it Stefan or Stefan?
It's Stefan. That's Stefan from my Ignite.
Okay. I know who it is. I just all this time I thought
I'm calling him Steven now. I'm going to call him later.
I just said Stefan because it was just different. But
I'm calling him later. I'm just going to be like, "Hey, Steven.
Steven." Yeah, there were also videos of snakes coming out of the toilet, so I was very petrified.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm good on that.
I was all good.
I won't live in a place like that.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but that would be if something happened to me, I'd probably be like, I don't know if I'm going to go back. But luckily, I skated through.
I'm a pretty big fan of function over fashion, 70% of the time. It might be beautiful, but if I can't go to the bathroom without getting my asshole bitten by a snake, I'm not gonna live there.
Or also the spiders will come through car vents. That I would go. I would be in
soccer balls.
Yeah, I would be in an accident. I would be. That's done. I'm done. Like,
so hold up. You did that here. You almost drove us right off the Verrazano Bridge because there was a fly in the car.
Over fly?
Well, there was other time. I remember pulling out on the side of the road in the city and jumping out of the car because there was a spider on the dashboard. Can't do it. I get out and I just leave. I leave the car, and someone else has to deal with it.
You ran off the stage one time because there was an ant on your amp.
Yeah.
No.
No. I just asked the sound man to come remove it.
Well, you ran off the stage and went got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't react poorly to grasshoppers in the van.
It was bad.
I don't react good to any insects in the van.
That's good luck. Grasshopper in the car. That's good luck.
What about ladybugs? Do you forget about ladybugs?
No,
I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you shouldn't judge bugs by their outward appearance.
She likes pretty bugs.
Yeah. Praying mantis.
Stefan's name is Phil now, by the way.
Oh,
I'm calling him Steven. Fuck that. You don't get to pick.
Philip.
He didn't pick a person. He doesn't get to pick now.
We are almost wrapping up here. So why not one more time you plug all the stuff you got going on and where everyone can find you.
Where can I stalk you?
Well, I'm on Facebook. It's Joey DeMacco. But like the band is at the Neon Skyline. It's on the bottom of the screen. I see. On Instagram, we post there fucking never because we're lazy. But like, check in because you might get surprised and there might be a post here sometime. We're hoping to play shows and put out an EP this summer. I don't really have much else to plug for myself, but I have listen. It was an unfortunate mishap, so I am going to put in one more plug.
Okay.
I'm going to put in one more plug because it was an unfortunate mishap, so I'm not a part of this anymore. But I do want to just plug and say I Ignite is recording a full album right now. I'm no longer a part of that band, but make sure you listen to that album because I know all the songs on it, and it's fucking gonna be a sick album, super sick album. Awesome. So I do want to plug that. It's important because I was around for them, so they're really good songs, and I want to plug it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, everyone make sure you go and like and subscribe and follow all that fun stuff. And we got one more question for you before we wrap up here. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
What is your best advice that you can give to everyone on how to stay semi-sane and positive in this crazy world that we live in?
Don't forget to be kind. It really is the most important thing in the whole world. Because the second you forget to be kind is when everything around you is going to collapse. And if you're nice, then you don't have to worry about things collapsing around you because someone will always be there to help you back up. Don't forget to be kind. It's the most important thing.
All right. You heard it here.
Was that too wholesome?
Be kind.
Was that too wholesome? Get naked in a mall.
That too.
It's my advice.
Be kind while doing that.
Get naked in a mall, roughly sometime between Black Friday and Christmas.
Yeah.
Walt Whitman Mall because it's the fancy one.
True. That is very true. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you everyone in the chat for joining us. Hope we see you soon, and we'll see everyone next time. All right. Bye.